Everyone, this video is going to look at discrete probability distributions and how you find the mean, variance, and standard deviation. So what we're looking at here is the sum of two dice, and the outcomes you can have are 1 through 12. Technically, you can't even have 1 though, so we have a probability of 0. So you've got your probability for each one, and these are rounded because they're not nice numbers, but the next thing we're wanting to find is our mean or our expected value. And when we look at that in statistics, it's represented by the Greek letter mu. So to find our mean, what we're going to do for this distribution is we're going to use the function sum product. So you can again type it in, or you can use the function builder tool if you need to. And then notice it says sum product of an array. So what we're doing is we're trying to find the total mean of adding all of these, or multiplying all these together and then adding them up. So we're going to take all of our outcomes, which is A4 and A3 through A14, and we are going to multiply it by all of our probabilities. Now, if you look at the table 5.5 on page 204 of the textbook, they just have the mean filled down. So what you can do to fill down this table is just absolute reference, so function F4, those arrays, so that it doesn't change and we can just fill it down. So once you've got those arrays in there, we only have 2 columns of data, so it's just 2 that we are multiplying. Hit enter, and then fill it down. So our mean, or our expected value, is 7. Next, we need to try to find our variance. So I'm going to write these down here. So mean, 7. All right, so our variance. In order to find that, what we've got to do is we have to take our outcome and subtract our mean, or we're going to take our x and subtract our mu. So in this column, we're going to hit equals. Whoops, hit the wrong thing there. Equals, and we're going to take our x and subtract our mu from that column, or that row. Hit enter, and we get a -6, and then we fill it down. And it's okay to have negative numbers here. Once you get your outcome minus your mean, we now have to do, we have to get rid of those negative numbers. So what we do next is we are going to take our outcome minus our mean, and we are going to square it. So it's a caret with a 2. So all we do here is we hit equals our D3, and we're going to square it. And then fill that all the way down. Now that we have that, we can actually go in and find our variance. So our variance is going to be that sum product again, but what we're multiplying this time is we're going to take our probability times our mean, minus our outcome minus mean squared. So we're taking column B, multiplying it by column E, and then adding up all of those. So our variance is equal to, we're going to use that sum product again. First array is those probabilities, and our second array is the outcome minus mean squares. So we get a variance of about 5.83. And now to find the standard deviation, it's very simple because once you have that variance, you take the square root of the variance and get your standard deviation. So equals, and there's a formula for that, S cubed RT square root and we're going to square root the variance. So we get a standard deviation of 2.4 for this distribution, which should tell you that all of them fall within the normal distribution. And that's how you find mean, variance, and standard deviation when looking at a discrete probability distribution.